Well, it's safe to say that it's been an incredibly turbulent time within the paranormal community over the past week, as there have been some very, very insane things go on between paranormal YouTubers, debunkers, real-life paranormal TV stars, and just entire communities going at each other. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the fact that basically there was all-out warfare between a paranormal debunker in Beardo Gets Scared and Proving Demons, a paranormal YouTuber. Just take a look at this, because the entire situation is mind-boggling. Andrew from Proving Demons has basically teamed up with a bunch of other paranormal YouTubers to call out Beardo Gets Scared, a popular debunking YouTuber within the paranormal community. And you're probably rolling your eyes at the thought of Beardo being involved in another drama, controversy, or whatever, but I've got to say, the fight was brought to Beardo in this one, and I don't say this often, but I actually think that he came out on top, and I actually think that he had he basically won this one, in my honest opinion, and I don't say it often, but I think I agree with him. So I'm going to talk about everything that's gone on from start to finish, give you a proper timeline of what actually happened, who was involved, all the rest of it, and then we're going to get into my thoughts and opinions on it. But a couple of days ago, Andrew from Proving Demons did a live stream. This has to stop. Toxic debunking is ruining the paranormal community, with a thumbnail that states Beardo the Bully, and it's got Beardo obviously on the front, and it's from the video game Bully. Very creative thumbnail, I must say. Obviously, this pricked up a lot of people, but there was a post to accompany this, which stated, "I'm going live tonight about my biggest fan, Beardo. I can take criticism, but lies about me is where I draw the line. Let's review your content now." Basically, insinuating that the shoe is now on the other foot. And it got very heated very, very quick. So, we're going to talk about Andrew's live stream first. Everything that was involved, because he obviously roped in a bunch of other YouTubers, including Ghost Club Paranormal, Ghost Theory, and Adam Mark, and also Ghosts of Britain. Now, two of those I know for a fact have very recently been in the crosshairs and been in a bit of a back and forth with Beardo. That being Ghost Club Paranormal and Ghost Theory, who have got both long-standing histories with Beardo, and also, Adam Mark, I haven't heard that name be thrown around for a little while, and then Ghost of Britain, I know they got reviewed once because Lee Steer reached out to me when it happened, basically being like, how do I handle this? And I was like, well, I don't know, like, however you want to handle it. But interestingly, I went on Instagram earlier today, and I realised I missed a call from Andrew 2 days ago, which I can only assume it was him reaching out to me to try and see if I would comment on the situation. If I'm honest, I probably would have steered clear, because I feel like I've drawn a line in the sand. Like, me and Beardo have kind of put that kind of shit behind us. We've drawn a line in the sand, and it's like that's where it's finished. Now it's just, I only ever mention him if he's involved in a drama, and yeah, so that's kind of it. But let's talk about the live stream that took place, shall we? So it was very, very, very interesting. So it started out with Andrew basically, setting out the pretense of the live stream, where he was stating that he wanted to discuss a major issue affecting them, basically himself and others within the paranormal YouTube community, and that he had had permission from multiple YouTubers to share their experiences with Beardo. Now, I've already spoken about the people that were involved with this, so you know what's to come. So it starts out with some allegations that were made from Beardo against Andrew himself. So basically, Beardo accusing and harassing him and multiple other YouTubers, negatively impacting their mental health. He also stated that Beardo allegedly spreads misinformation and false claims about people, including Andrew himself, and then accuses Beardo of inciting toxic fan behaviour against individuals. Then he talks about the personal impact that Beardo's had on Andrew himself. So he stated that Beardo falsely insinuated that he was a criminal and labelled him as a serious thing, basically a PDF file. He then, those are in Andrew's terms, by the way, The harassment made them lose motivation, or Andrew lose motivation to create content, and severely affected his mental health. And then he talked about how he was particularly angered by some slanderous claims made to a larger audience. Then he went on to talk about the stuff that he's heard from other creators that he reached out to. So like I say, Adam Mark, Ghost Club Paranormal, Ghost of Britain, and Ghost Theory. So within those, Adam Mark stated that Beardo allegedly uploaded a video about him the day that his mother was given 24 hours to live, despite being asked to delay it. Ghost Club Paranormal claims that Beardo harassed them so severely that it led to severe anxiety, hospitalization, and the need for a heart monitor. Ghost of Britain allegedly were called fake without Beardo actually watching any of the videos, only reading transcripts. And Ghost Theory claims that Beardo lied about them going to film school and having those credentials, and misinterpreted this in his content. Then there was criticisms about Beardo's approach directly. So he accused him of cherry-picking who he criticises whilst letting others off the hook. He alleged to be biased rather than an objective debunker, and allegedly promotes division within the paranormal community instead of paranormal unity. So basically, his evidence to back this up was the fact that with the whole Ouija Brothers situation that it's well-trodden ground, I'm not going to go over it too much, but if anyone else had done what they did, Beardo would have torn him a new arsehole. But because Beardo is friends with the Ouija Brothers, they got a free pass. That's, I think, the only thing where Beardo didn't actually address directly within his response. I know he's made a video about that, and he's talked about his reasons for it. A lot of people still think that he cherry-picked that one, and it's, swayed a bit of the audience approach to him, but that's not the point of this video. We're going to talk about the other things that went on. So within the live stream, it goes on, and there were concerns about community division from Andrew. So he states that the creator, Beardo, criticises the mentality, Andrew criticises the mentality where YouTubers are divided into good and bad based on Beardo's personal biases, and he claims people feel pressured to not associate with them due to Beardo's influence, and describes a toxic hierarchy where some creators are seen as the quote-unquote running the game while others are targeted. And then there was a condemnation of online bullying, so emphasises that online harassment can push people into depression and suicidal thoughts. He recalls an incident in his past where bullying led to a YouTuber attempting to take their own life on a live stream. And then he called for a stricter focus on content criticism without the personal attacks that can sometimes come with Beardo's content. And then the final message to Beardo from Andrew was where he basically called Beardo a bully and urges him to take responsibility for his influence. Claims that Beardo's content is built on targeting people rather than actual paranormal investigations. States that they will not engage further, but warns that legal action could be taken for false accusations, and encourages a more supportive and positive approach within the paranormal community. So that was, in a nutshell, Andrew's live stream. Now, if you want all the context and all of the words used, obviously you need to go and watch that on Andrew's page. He has sworn that this will be on his page forever. He's never going to take it down, regardless of any response, so it's always going to be there, apparently. But Beardo obviously was not going to take this one lying down, and over on his channel he uploaded a video a day after this video went live, proving demons and friends, you lied about it all. That obviously was uploaded. Basically the video is an hour and 10 minutes, and it's Beardo reacting to the live stream when it was live, so at the time. And it was obvious that, Beardo was incredibly upset by it. He was angry throughout his response. He got very heated at times. But what I will say, to give the man his credit, he bought receipt of everything that was accused against him to disprove everything that was bludgeoned against him. So with regards to a lot of things, so let's talk about the Adam Mark situation, for example. Adam Mark apparently has told Andrew that even though Beardo knew that his mum had 24 hours to live, he said, sod it, I'm still going to upload the video anyway. But Beardo proves otherwise within an email thread where basically after the video was uploaded, Adam reached out to Beardo basically stating that he actually quite enjoyed the video, and then went on to talk about his mum, where Beardo basically was like, I'm so sorry to hear about that, about your mum, and all the rest of it, right? So obviously that was that kind of completely disproves the whole Adam Mark point of view. Now, this is where I must kind of get into a bit of a nitty-gritty thing with regards to Andrew's video. Now, Andrew's video could have been a lot better, in my honest opinion, if receipts were shown. So if the messages directly, and he read verbatim what was said to him by these creators, he could have relinquished a lot of responsibility of the accusations made. Of course, he wouldn't have relinquished his own accusations, but he could have relinquished the ones that he was stating on behalf of other people, because he would have said it exactly how it was said to him, opposed to him stating or paraphrasing what was said, because that then leads into this grey area where basically there's now questions being asked of, did Adam Mark or Ghost Club Paranormal or Ghost of Britain, for example, actually say what they were they said to be said within Andrew's live stream, or has it been misconstrued by Andrew, or have these creators lied and then Andrew's obviously put that information out? There's a lot of grey area there. But over on Beardo's posts, obviously before he dropped his video, he put up a post saying this: "Oh dear, someone's going to end up with egg on their face, saying words doesn't prove facts, but the exchanges between us in emails do. While trying to avoid drama for the past 2 weeks, a cluster of people have decided that now is the time to hit out. When will you people learn that the truth is what you can prove?" Right, so then obviously, you know, he's then responded to it, he's uploaded his video, and then we move forwards to another one. Now, Ghost of Britain obviously were bought into it, and this is another interesting talking point. So, in the interest of fairness and truth, this was the day after the video was uploaded, by the way, Ghost of Britain stated that they had no Facebook messages to me nor blocked me. It seems to be a glitch. That is 100% true. I've also found the email exchange between us, which was very pleasant. So, within the video, Beardo basically stated that he showed a screenshot of him and Ghost of Britain's Facebook message chat, and he basically stated within the video that he had blocked him before he could have responded or shown the proof. So he was like, well, Ghost of Britain, fuck you kind of thing. But here he's obviously realised that actually that's not the case. Now, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. Did Andrew take a very innocent comment and twist it to his narrative, or was there a little bit more to it? I can't tell because of the lack of proof on that end. But it appears that Ghost of Britain may have been misquoted or worse by Andrew. So also, in the interest of fairness, I'll update the thumbnail and video description to reflect this. While my outburst at Ghost of Britain came from a place of anger, it may be that they were also used in the lie, although that cannot be proven. Fact is, I never said transcript, I said short form content. As always, I strive to provide nothing but the truth, and a mix-up between Facebook and emails. I apologise to Ghost of Britain. They have also commented on the video with their side of things. So, you know, give him his dues. He's obviously cleared that up with regards to Ghost of Britain. But again, this comes down to one of those things where it's like, now, no one really knows what was said behind the scenes, obviously with regards to Andrew. And it's one of those things where it's like, if he showed the receipts, we would have known if Ghost of Britain actually said what Andrew stated within his video, or which would then mean that Andrew's been hung out to dry, or Andrew's misconstrued what Ghost of Britain have said and other people have said within the video, which means that he's then hung those creators out to dry as well. So either way, someone's been hung out to dry here, and it's led to a very heated response. Now, obviously, he was always going to poke the bear with this kind of live stream, and when he stated that other creators were involved, there was always going to be this fiery response. It was never going to just be sat on or ignored. But moving on, obviously, there was then, obviously, a quite heated response within Proving Demons comment section, to which they've hit back in a community post stating, "Ah man, you guys need to check the comments section, laughing face. It's like being swarmed by a bunch of kindergartners, all wanting to hear how I feel. How's it feel to be wrong? Bruh, you all proved my point and it's up to stay forever, lol. Beardo and his community are toxic AF, and this has literally opened thousands of people's eyes. I've made so many new connections with channels who I would have never spoken to normally, and all I did was say exactly what I was told. My favourite, though, is how they say, stop using mental health as an excuse. No. LMAO. Mental health is exactly my point here. Being an online bully and putting people down and lying about them is exactly what my point was about. And the toxic community couldn't even be bothered watching my video, because if they had, they'd have seen in his response to me, he glossed over or completely ignored the majority of my points and also twisted the narrative. Anyway, you get no response video. I'm just gonna watch you echo chamber, be mad, and still do absolutely nothing to harm me or my channel. Stay mad, bullies. It's given me a big smile today. And the harder you try, the more you are proving my point. Enjoy, Beardo. One day your kids will have to see the toxicity you've created, as this will be on the internet forever. At least I've done something in my life more than churn out pain and suffering to innocent people minding their own business. Have a great Friday. New videos coming soon. If you want to see a bunch of children crying, just look down below. So yeah, I mean, like I say, right, this is one of those situations where I think Beardo has come out on top, ultimately. It's not often I'll ever say that, but, you know, the evidence doesn't lie. And if there's anything that I've learned, it's that you have to follow the facts. And there are just more facts within Beardo's video than there were in Andrew's video. Andrew's video was a bit more hearsay, opposed to Beardo's, which actually provided email threads. Even down to, like, you know, for example, the Ghost of Britain one, where it was either cross-communication issues or whatever, but they've been, like, tarnished to a degree within that Beardo video because of association, with which then led to a heated response, which actually then died down and turned out to be something completely different the day after. So it makes you wonder how many other creators are like this. Has Andrew been put in the firing line a little bit by that? Has he been, you know, like a lamb led to slaughter? Or has it been the other way round? Shit went from like a 10 to 100 real fucking quick, and we are in the thick of it, and everybody knows, right? And jeez, man, I don't even know where to begin with this. So obviously, you may know, obviously, there's been some beef between Proving Demons, or Andrew from Proving Demons, obviously, and Beardo Gets Scared, right? There was the live stream that took place. Andrew decided to take it upon himself to ask other content creators and to call out Beardo on behalf of these content creators and himself. It backfired pretty immensely because there were no receipts provided on Andrew's side, but Beardo provided the receipts, so therefore the internet sided with Beardo. Things got really messy. There's a whole video about it from a couple of days ago. Go and check that out if you haven't already. But Andrew has taken it steps further, and over on his Instagram story, he has been doing some digging from the looks of it to try and find out who Beardo truly is, BTS, behind the scenes for any of those boomers out there. And he's picked up some interesting posts and has made some serious allegations against Beardo, and this is where the story develops. So, obviously, I'm going to go through the Instagram stories first, then I'm going to dive into Beardo's response because it is incredibly messy. So the first thing that we've got is a post from Proving Demons from what looks to be a Twitter page from Beardo. Now, I've scratched out the name because, you know, from the looks of it, Beardo isn't particularly happy that the name's been put out there, so I'm going to scratch that out to not add any more fuel to the fire. I'm going to try and be as impartial as I can within this video. You know, obviously leave it down to you guys to determine what you think of it. But ultimately, the entire thing has become an absolute just horror show from start to the very end. All right, it's really friggin' messy. But in fact, I'll go through the posts made by Beardo to kind of give you an idea of what's gone on so far. But let me just pull it up right here. So, Beardo over on his Facebook page has been very, very vocal. He stated, so on posts I've made about Proving Demons, where I have provided facts, there have been a lot of claims in the comments about violence and other acts that are being committed. I'll be removing all of these comments. There is no proof, and you posting them could get into trouble if they are not true. We are better than that, so all the comments will be deleted. He's still digging his own hole on Instagram with false claims, etc. The reason I'm not engaging with him is the reason I'm not responding is I'm not going to risk any legal proceedings by getting drawn into an argument with him. His ranting and raving over on Instagram are just evidence to me and not at all for content. So obviously, you know, it seems like Beardo might be going down a potential legal route from the looks of it, with regards to what's been going on. But this was the first video that Andrew posted to his Instagram right here. So it was a picture of Beardo looking like Lara Croft from the looks of it. And it says, you know what, I've realised something about my audience who don't give a two fucks about this twat or what he thinks. I'm actually proud of you all for this. I need to learn off of you sometimes too, and just let them be toxic in their own world. I'm gonna just get back to work and let this freak live in his kingdom of shite. I've learned so much and got wrapped up in his BS to see he's honestly not worth it. I remember now why I left those idiots all behind. Thank you everyone for hearing my rant. I didn't like him lying about me and annoyed a little bit, but yeah, screw it. Screw him. Let it just go back to, and then move out of the way. Doing my shit. Love you all. Sorry for boring you with this pointless drama. You know me. I blow up sometimes. Thanks for loving me. Anyway, but unfortunately, that is not where it ended, as Andrew then posted this.
Right. Hopefully the final time I ever have to address Beardo, but this is to Beardo directly. You've emailed me, and after the Ouija Brothers got hacked, I'm not responding. I'm not emailing you back, so I'll do it here. You've asked me to keep it up for some reason, even though you clearly are upset at what's happened. Let me lay a few things straight. I didn't dox you. In fact, if you just Google Beardo Get Scared, your name pops up everywhere, and it was you who actually put your name all over the internet. Not doxing. Don't know why you're hiding your first name or why it's a big deal. I don't know if you're hiding something really weird, but none of my business, I guess. Next, that picture you proudly posted on your public Twitter of you with your cock in a sleeping dude's mouth. Now, extremely weird. I'm not going to judge what you're into. But again, not doxing. You posted that publicly. Maybe you should provide some receipts if it was really a joke or not. But hey, you know what? I'm actually so bored of this, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm planning a trip to France at the moment, so I got shit to do, and I don't want to hear from you again.
So the situation then develops, obviously, with regards to the comment made about having a penis inside of someone's mouth. That comes from this photo right here, which I actually forgot to airdrop myself. So good job, Ben. Good preparation. Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. It is this post right here. So this was the very first one that Andrew made. And it says, I sleep peacefully at night knowing that I did the right thing. There are no receipts for mental health, only scars. And then it's this photo here. So apparently this is Beardo, and then underneath the dotted thing, apparently there's a guy passed out. Yeah, obviously, out of context, this doesn't look great, but, you know, context is key, especially in this kind of situation. Anyway, moving forwards to what was posted. I've lost my video now. Hang on, bear with me. Moving forwards to what was actually posted. Here we go. So we've got this one. Yeah, so we've got this, and then there's another post right here, which apparently shows Beardo's email to Andrew.
I never thought I'd see the day where I'd have to see Beardo explain to me why he had his dick in another dude's mouth. Oh, I swear to God, man, it was just normal back in the day. We just didn't have any youth clubs. We just suck each other's dicks for fun, man. I swear, it's not what you think. Nah, that was mean. But don't ever insinuate me in being a wrong one ever again. Anyway, I'm off to France, everyone. New content coming soon. Love you.
So, yeah, that was the first round of Instagram posts. And then it does continue. So there is a follow-up post that was made right here.
Right. Listen, respected YouTubers, you better fucking thank me for this one, because I took one for the fucking team. Y'all fucking hated Beardo. And I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm the guy that always fucking says something. His audience are absolutely fucking idiots, okay? I've been accused of murder, child abuse, woman abuse. They just make shit up about you. And they go, yeah, I believe everything, whatever the fuck some idiot fucking tells me. Beardo just makes shit up all the fucking time. And I'm just sat here going, Jesus Christ, I thought somebody had a fucking 2 brain cells to fucking rub together. And then Beardo's fucking sat there jerking off in his fucking room, getting off to the shit. What a fucking idiot, honestly. Anyway, I could use some backup at this point, because to be honest with you, I'm doing this for you guys. I defended a bunch of you guys. I told the truth. You guys know me for nearly a decade now. I ain't fucking lie to you. This dude is fucking toxic and an absolute imbecile. He's got a god complex.
Yeah, so obviously Andrew has kind of been strung up by people that have, basically he reached out to a bunch of people, told their side of events, and now everyone's gone incredibly quiet, leaving Andrew to be in the firing line. And he doesn't seem to be responding to it particularly well. But then this was the latest post that he made with regards to Beardo.
Right, I'm doing this knowing full well I'm going to end up in this next fucking video while he sat there jerking his little dick, while his thousands of rats, while he plays this magic flute, sit there and go, oh yeah, we got him. No, you all sit there and believe in fucking lies, but I'm asking you guys, stop being fucking pussy. If you want to change on the fucking internet, actually do something about it. I mean, I'm doing this for you guys. You know damn well his response was shite. But if you get enough people to go and spam fucking blah, 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 blah on somebody's fucking YouTube, then what, they win? No. If you side with me, then go fucking do something about it, because I'm tired of doing this by myself. This is ridiculous. The dude is literally jerking himself off to this. If you don't like people with god complexes, he literally said in this last fucking video, he's better than me and all of us. What the fuck? I'm just gonna let that slide. Man, I just want to let it go, but to be honest with you, this is bullshit.
Yeah, so, those are the Instagram posts, okay? Over on Beardo's Facebook page, he has responded to the claim of SA whilst out in public, and he stated here, so Andrew Proving Demons has now illegally doxed me on Instagram. The red splodges I've added are to remove my legal name. Worse than that, he's told Instagram I've SA'd someone. So allow me to clear this up. The passed out man is one of my best friends, John. Me and John have toured and played at the same band together for over a decade. We practically lived with each other for over a decade. We've worked together. He's someone I call brother. When we were in our 20s, when this pic was taken, we were both young, free, and single, and pranked each other weekly at shows and drinking sessions. Our biggest challenge was to teabag each other. I won that round, sort of. This was on a busy high street, and numerous people were stood there to capture a photo where my undies were still up, but we convinced John we got him. What Andrew has done here is illegally doxed me and made claims of SA to point score. He would have got this photo from my Facebook, where everyone knew the story, and annually see me and John post this every year as a celebration of our pranks. This is now going to become a legal matter. So, I mean, obviously Beardo's basically stated that he's going to be going down the legal route of courts and stuff like this. And he has posted as well, new video dropping tonight, absolutely raging, but will still take your power away from you. Oh, and you broke the law, video rendering now. Yeah, so basically, from the looks of it, Beardo's going to be dropping a video either today or, I don't know, he might have already dropped it. Let me have a quick look over on his YouTube channel. I haven't checked it. I probably should have before this video started. Oh, yep. There's one here. Proving Demons, you spotted ghosts. And spotted ghosts, you went too far. Right, okay. Yeah, so there is a brand new video that has been dropped. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions respectfully down in the comments below. Obviously, this has now kind of gone beyond, claims of toxicity and claims of online bullying and stuff. It's got quite heated. Moving on from that, we have got a TV reality star in Aaron Goodwin, right? Basically, having a murder for hire plot put out against him, which has led to some very, very serious repercussions for his wife, Victoria, or soon-to-be ex-wife, as the entire situation just goes from bad to worse. So I'm fairly certain at this point, you guys are well aware, I'm not the biggest fan of Ghost Adventures. The show itself is fine. Yes, it's massively overreacted, and yes, it's just like every other paranormal YouTube show going. In fact, it was probably the original, one of the OGs at least. But, you know, video is not exactly about that, and my qualms with Ghost Adventures are more with kind of Zach Baggins than anything else. But one of the lead presenters, alongside Zach Baggins, especially more recently after the whole Nick Groff and Dakota Layden beef that went on a couple of years ago, is of course Aaron Goodwin. Aaron is probably one of the most likeable paranormal investigators on Ghost Adventures. He is the 2IC to Zach Baggins, and you know, he is the guy. And recently, he's been in the news because, well, nothing to do with him. Well, it is to do with him, but it's more to do with his ex-wife doing something absolutely, utterly horrendous. Right? Like trying to hire a hitman on him. Let that sink in for a second, ladies and gentlemen. His ex-wife tried to hire a hitman to take this man out. What world are we living on where this is okay? Obviously, it's not okay, but why does anyone even think of that? So this has come out from TMZ, right? So TMZ, of course, they're all over absolutely everything. Ghost Adventures, Aaron Goodwin, cops say wife tried to hiring a hitman to have him offed. What in the Jacqueline Nunez is this? We're going to have a little read through this because when I saw this, I know I'm a bit late to the party. I'm trying to catch up with a lot of things that are going on. But when I saw this, I was just like, what? Like, this is crazy. But moving forward, the wife of Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin got busted for a murder for hire plot. The cops say she tried to pay a hitman to knock off her husband. What? Victoria Goodwin was arrested last week and booked in on 2 charges: solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder, after the police said that she hatched a plan to kill Aaron while he was filming his show with Zach Baggins. So this guy went out to work, right? Went to, you know, do what he does best, be second in command to Zach Baggins and do as he's told. And then, before you know it, there's an assassin out to get you. Literally an assassin out to get you. Someone, a hired hitman, coming to get you. Jeez, man. According to the arrest report obtained by TMZ, cops say Victoria was messaging an inmate in Florida prison about getting her marriage to Aaron, about getting her out of her marriage to Aaron, when she asked, "Am I a bad person because I chose to end his existence?" Not the. Have you ever heard of a divorce? Have you ever heard of, you know, amicable splits? How is this a logical like, how do you go, do you know what? I'm not happy in my marriage, and I think divorce might be a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is I might hire a hitman. Yeah, that doesn't seem unhinged in the slightest. What is wrong with people? Why is that the first go? Like, what on earth? Who stops and thinks, you know what? Yeah. I think I might have my husband killed today. I think that's my way forwards. That's my alibi out of the relationship. What did she expect? What did she think was going to happen? That this was just going to go along, it was going to be fine, the guy was just going to take Aaron out and she was just going to live happily ever after. Police say Victoria provided info about Aaron's location and filming times in California, where he was filming Ghost Adventures. Obviously, that's Aaron on the right, in case anyone didn't know. We got Big Zach Boy right there, and then the other guys. I don't know who they are. I don't really watch Ghost Adventures anymore. Anyway, cops say Aaron's wife set aside almost $12,000 to pay the alleged hitman. As if it's not bad enough, right, that she's hired a hitman. The value that she put on his life was $11,500. $11,500. Like, that's all you value your husband at, right? Like, jeez, man. I'd be more insulted at the fee than someone trying to take me out. But obviously, I'm cracking jokes. It's a very sensitive subject. So please, like, you know, bear that in mind. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but oh man. And they say that the inmate, or I guess it was the hitman, she was communicating with, messaged a guy about the alleged plot. Quote, "He's asleep right now in a hotel room. I need to know what's going on. Can I get an update? Was it done?" This allegedly happened back in October, and Aaron is still very much alive. Though it's unclear what went down with the alleged hitman, but cops claim that there were specific messages about a $2,500 upfront dollar payment. Oh my god. when was this posted on Instagram? So this was posted, and it says, it finally happened, we got married. Right, so they got married. When did they get married, I wonder? Let me have a little look on his Instagram page and see when this took place. Oh, it's probably going to be quite an old post, I should imagine. Let's scroll down, have a little look through. Because I'm genuinely curious about how long this marriage had gone on for. Prior, is it here? 2 years ago, I got to marry my best friend. Right, so that was 30 weeks ago. Oh, why don't they give... I don't know why they don't just give a specific date that this was posted. But 9th of August. So they've been married for almost, 2.5 years? Just get a divorce, man. Just get a divorce. Do what normal people do. Anyway, moving forwards. Police say they only caught wind of the alleged plot after corrections officers found a seized the inmate's contraband phone in his Florida prison. For her part, police say Victoria denied wanting Aaron to be killed and says she was daydreaming or fantasizing about being with her husband. Cops say that she also told them that she didn't remember sending the messages and doesn't want her hubby killed. She's a psychopath. She is genuinely tapped in the head. There's something seriously wrong with this woman. Like, not only has she, done the plot, but she's been caught, red-handed, and her alibi is, I don't remember sending the message. You are unhinged, woman. Aaron, run a fucking mile, my dude. Run a mile. When confronted about messages related to sending the guy money, police say Victoria claimed that she thought the money was for cell phones and mentioned that she and Aaron were going through marital problems. What the fuck? How much? Why are you sending an inmate in Florida that you don't know? Maybe she does know, but you know because of this this job that you want done. Why are you sending them money for phones? Oh, this is so stupid. How did what's it? I don't know what's crazier, the fact that she tried to do this or the fact that she's tried to blag her way out of it and done an incredibly poor job of it. I don't know what's worse. Aaron, who married Victoria in August of 2022, I wish I'd just read on, at the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, tells TMZ he thought he was in a happy marriage and he's been blindsided and devastated at this turn of events. Zach tells us an emotional time for Aaron and he's trying to give him love and support. We're told by Victoria that she held on to the $100,000 bail, and it appears she's still currently in police custody. I should hope so too. This is bonkers. This is actually bonkers. And obviously, it's utterly horrific, right, that someone's tried to play this card and tried to take out their husband. But at the same time, I don't know what's worse. The fact that she's tried to do this, or the fact that she's then tried to blag her way out of this later on and has been like, I never meant to do that. Oh, no, that was just for cell phones. That was for this. That was for that. Love. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's crazy. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Of course, this is an utterly horrific time with for Aaron, bless him. But of all the people, Aaron's the most likable one. I would never want this to happen to anyone. Don't let that be taken out of context or spun any other way, right? But Aaron's just he seems like such a nice guy on camera, and I've seen some interviews of him behind the scenes. He just seems so down to earth, like the most chill and humble dude. There have been some developments with the Aaron Goodwin wife trying to assassinate him or have him assassinated situation, right? I never thought those words would be coming out of my mouth, but then again, 2025 hasn't exactly been the year for my bingo card, as there's been a lot of shit go on. And we're just in the thick of it, and everyone knows. They know me where it snows and all the rest of it. But in case you don't know what I'm going on about, and you've been living under a rock for the past, however long, Aaron Goodwin has basically had his wife attempt to have him killed by a hitman, which is absolutely bonkers. So the wife of the Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin got busted in a murder for hire plot, and cops say that she tried to pay a hitman to knock off her husband. Now, even worse to all of this is the fact that Aaron Goodwin was out working for Ghost Adventures, filming, when this was all going on. And basically, Victoria Goodwin, who is Aaron Goodwin's wife, got arrested last week and was booked with 2 charges, solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder, after police said that she hatched a plan to kill Aaron while he was out filming the show Ghost Adventures. According to the arrest report, Cops say that Victoria was messaging an inmate in Florida prison about getting her out of her marriage to Aaron when she asked, "Am I a bad person because I chose to end his existence, not divorce?" Again, those words baffle me. The fact that she even, like, contemplated, am I a bad person, instead of being like, I'm a really shitty person for having my husband killed, instead of just going down the usual route of divorce. It's weird. Now, a lot of people in the comment section of my last video that kind of went over all of this. So if you want a bit more detail on what's happened so far, go and check out that video from a few days ago. They were like, maybe there's some kind of, like, you know, intertwined kind of insurance policy, maybe there'll be a huge cash payout, maybe, you know, whatever. Maybe, like, basically people were like, maybe there's a financial side to this where she benefits. Ultimately, she was always going to get found out eventually. Even if it was like a couple of years down the line. But she doesn't seem to be the sharpest tool in the shed based off of the text messages that she was sending. Because she literally had this man outed, right, for murder. And, I don't know, man. She was, like, willing to pay the assassin or the hitman $11,500 to have him killed with a $2,500 upfront fee. But there's a lot of new information that's come out with regards to Victoria and this man that was in Florida prison who was not going to be the hitman himself. He was going to be the middleman who was going to sort out the hitman work on Victoria's behalf. And it's really, really weird. You hear about these parasocial relationships, right? Where, like, you know, people watch YouTubers, for example, and then get this, like, weird relationship where they think that they're in some kind of relationship, even though the YouTuber themselves doesn't actually know this person. There's this weird parasocial relationship going on between Victoria and the inmate in Florida prison. So it's been confirmed through a report that apparently Victoria Goodwin and Grant Amato, who was the man in the Florida prison, were quote-unquote lovers who started talking years ago after she saw him on a true crime documentary. This case gets sicker and sicker as the details are slowly released. I mean, this says everything that you need to know about Victoria Goodwin. She clearly was having an emotional affair because she was, like, lovers with this fucking psychopath who was in prison. And she decided that instead of being married to Aaron and, you know, just living a cushy, comfortable, happy life, she wanted to be with this guy on a true crime documentary. Yeah. Again, not the sharpest tool in the shed. Absolute freak show. But it's also been confirmed by multiple reports that, unsurprisingly, Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin has filed for divorce from his wife, Victoria, after she allegedly tried to pay a hitman to kill her husband in a chilling murder-for-hire plot. The TV star 48 on Wednesday filed a complaint for divorce in Clark County, Nevada, from Victoria, asking for neither party to be granted alimony. And Goodwin has asked the court to award him a reasonable cost, expenses and attorney's fees incurred herein, adding the request to his separate assets and debts to be confirmed. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously they were never going to stay together because, I mean, he would have just been as mental as she was if he decided that sticking with the woman who tried to have him offed was a sensible or even reasonable idea. But good on Aaron. You know, find that strength, mate. Find that strength to leave her. I mean, if my missus tried to have me killed as well, I'd probably go down the same route. But interestingly, Victoria Goodwin actually posted this photo on Instagram of her cuddling with her husband, Aaron, 1 week before she was charged with the murder-for-hire plot. Now, apparently, this went on back in October. So the alleged, you know, assassin-for-hire plot, or hitman-for-hire, took place back in October of last year. So, you know, what, 6 months ago now? Which means that Aaron may have been completely in the dark until the text messages were found on a seized mobile phone from the inmate in Florida prison. Which is equally as fucked up. Like, that's equally as messed up. Because, the murder plot failed. And Victoria Goodwin, instead of leaving him when she was blatantly unhappy enough to hire a friggin' hitman on him, has decided that, do you know what? I'm just going to stay with him, cuddle up to him, be happy with him. Look at, They're just cushy, chilling. That's clearly Aaron's arm, unless Victoria's got really hairy arms on her leg. He was blatantly none the wiser. Which is so messed up, man. So messed up. On so many levels. I can't even begin to tell you how fucked that is. Jeez. Anyway, like I say, there's a TMZ report all about it. The Ghost Adventure star filed it on Wednesday, unsurprisingly. In light of what's gone on, there's really no mystery about the divorce filing, though it does say that Aaron and his estranged wife Victoria's views, tastes, likes and dislikes have become incompatible. I should imagine so, in the extent that it's become impossible for them to live together as husband and wife. I mean, that's Grant Amato, by the way, the man that was doing the middleman work for Victoria, and apparently she's in love with. I mean, what the fuck is this, man? This is so weird. But even crazier to this is Victoria has denied she ever really wanted her husband killed, claiming that she thought the money was for cell phones. Amato is currently serving time in prison for killing his mother, father and brother. This is so weird. This is so, the more I read about this case, the more I listen to the reports coming out, the more unhinged it becomes. Victoria, unhinged. Grant Amato killed his mum, dad and brother. Heartless. And she's got this weird parasocial relationship with him where she's in love with him or whatever. And then she tried to fob it off as, it's just sending him money for mobile phones. You're not even allowed mobile phones in prison. That's shit. There's literal contraband. That was what got you in this issue in the first place. Are you stupid? I mean, obviously, because you thought you could get away with this and still think you can. Man. Aaron literally and metaphorically dodged a bullet with this one, I assumed that the Aaron Goodwin situation was put to bed after his soon-to-be ex-wife, after he filed for divorce, wife, Victoria Goodwin, basically hired a hitman to take out Aaron Goodwin while he was out filming Ghost Adventures with Zach Baggins. And I thought, well, she's behind bars, there can't be anything else to really come out about this story, we know what there is to know. Was I wrong? My lord, I was incredibly wrong. There is so much more information that is just pouring out every single day with regards to this story, including text messages that seem to show that Victoria Goodwin and Grant Amato were in some kind of weird relationship. So clearly there was an emotional affair or, actual affair not actual because there's nothing physical because Grant Amato was in prison, but Grant Amato, obviously the guy that was organising the hit on behalf of Victoria Goodwin, who was featured on a true crime documentary where Victoria Goodwin initially saw him, fell in love with him apparently, started texting him, right? And that's obviously, this is how everything's come out. But the apparent texts revealed between these two are quite intimate, quite intense. This whole situation's so crazy that I can't even get my friggin' words out. So let's take a little look at what the latest stuff is to come out of E! News with regards to the text. But you're not going to believe what's about to happen because Victoria Goodwin is the biggest narcissist ever after trying to pull this stunt. Take a listen to this.
Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin's wife and a convicted murderer are revealed. According to an arrest report from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department obtained by E! News, authorities say Victoria Goodwin, wife of Aaron Goodwin, who stars on the Paranormal Investigation series, began exchanging romantic text messages with convicted murderer Grant Amato. The text exchanges began in May 2024 after Victoria saw Grant in the Paramount Plus docuseries Control-Alt-Desire, according to the filing. The series chronicled Grant's plot to steal $200,000 from his family before murdering his mother, father, and brother in January 2019.
Yeah, he's a real role model, is Grant Amato. He's a real role model, someone to really look up to and to really fall in love with.
In the messages, which police say ended in October 2024, Victoria and Grant discussed, quote, how much...
They ended in October 2024 because Victoria Goodwin was then arrested.
Much they are in love, per the filing. She also told the inmate that her husband, FH, would not accept divorce. Victoria, who was arrested March 6th, has pled not guilty in the case, according to Entertainment Tonight. In addition to the romantic subject matter, she had also been messaging the convicted killer about the murder plan. According to the docs, she texted Grant, "Am I a bad person? Because I chose to end his existence, not divorce." When confronted about the text messages by investigators, Victoria denied wanting her husband to be killed, per the docs, adding that she did not remember sending the messages in question. Investigators also said she described her messages about wanting to be with Grant as fantasy or daydreams. E! News has reached out to any legal representation for Victoria for comment, but has not heard back. Amato was found guilty in August 2019 on 3 counts of first-degree murder for killing his relatives and given a sentence of life in prison for each count. He has not been charged in the alleged murder-for-hire plot. 6 days after his wife's arrest, Aaron, who wed Victoria in 2022, filed for divorce, arguing that their views, tastes, likes, and dislikes had become incompatible, according to court documents obtained by People. The filing also noted there is no possibility of reconciliation between husband and wife.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. Obviously, that's absolutely crazy. But it has been revealed in even more crazy document. You thought that was bad, right? You thought that was insane. Well, imagine, right, being caught out in 4K through text messages for doing this, right? Imagine getting caught and then trying to sue, right, Aaron Goodwin for 10 grand for false imprisonment and claims of assault. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Like, as if this whole situation wasn't bad enough and this woman didn't look batshit crazy enough. Well, yeah, here we go. Let's have a little read of this document. So it states, Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin has amended his court divorce filing against estranged wife Victoria Goodwin, accusing her of negligence, false imprisonment. Oh, I got this wrong, sorry. So it's actually Aaron Goodwin that's filed for the lawsuit. My bad. Wrong way round. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Victoria Goodwin tried to counter-sue. But false imprisonment and more bombshell claims. In the days after she was arrested for allegedly hiring a hitman to kill him and plotting for his death to help the convicted murderer serving a life sentence for massacring his family. In Aaron's petition, filed on Wednesday, March 19th, and obtained exclusively by US Weekly, the TV star 48 is seeking punitive and exemplary damages totaling more than 10 grand after Victoria, 32, was allegedly negligent in her marital actions. I wonder what that could mean. Victoria's conduct was extremely outrageous, with either the intention of reckless disregard for causing emotional distress to Aaron, the reality TV star's court filing reads. He suffered severe or extreme emotional distress as the actual or proximate result of her conduct. I'm not surprised. The guy had a fucking hitman hired on him. Or was about to. Like, no one's going to be leaving that unscathed. Without detailing specifics, Aaron also accused Victoria of assault and false imprisonment and claimed that she made him feel apprehension or harmful or abusive behaviour. According to Aaron, Victoria has repeatedly intended to confine him within boundaries that she set. Victoria acts directly or resulted in such a confinement, the filing further claims. Aaron was conscious for the confinement and was harmed by it. Aaron also requested that the court grant the divorce because Victoria repeatedly committed a concert of actions, which is defined in the motion as acting with another or commit a tort while acting in concert or pursuant to a common design. So I'm not being funny, right? Surely the fact that these text messages, like, almost like, love affair style text messages have been caught in 4K. Surely that's enough for the courts to be like, yeah, you can have your divorce. And the fact that she hired a fucking hitman to kill him. What? What? The fact that this guy's having to, amend his stuff to, try and get some kind of, divorce plea is mental. I don't know. Aaron initially filed for divorce on March 12th, requesting to maintain his separate property and have their community assets divided equally. 6 days earlier, go away advert. Victoria was arrested for charges of soliciting to commit murder and conspiring to commit murder and held on a $100,000 bail, according to the police records obtained by US. Victoria has been communicating with the infamous convicted killer Grant Amato, who's serving life sentences. Obviously, we all know about that. Victoria and Grant also exchanged messages discussing how much they are in love, according to the records. Victoria, who married Aaron in 2020, allegedly admitted that she and her then husband were struggling with their marital issues via police interrogation. At the time, Victoria claimed that the funds she transferred to the inmates were meant to be used for cell phones. I find this absolutely mind-boggling, the entire situation. Keeping on the theme of Ghost Adventures, though, it has been confirmed that Ghost Adventures will be returning for season 29. And in my opinion, I think that we're going down a brand new route of The Conjuring House. So it's officially been announced that Ghost Adventures will be returning for season 29. This is wild, right? We never see seasons really go any more on TV beyond like season 5. This motherfucker got season 29 on the go, so fair play to him for managing Ghost Adventures, and Zach Baggins, by the way. Fair play to them for managing to do that, but it's been, it was kind of run through the rumour mill that it's official. All the new seasons, season 29 of Ghost Adventures, will premiere on April 16th on the Discovery Channel and then stream the next day on Discovery Plus, and this was the poster that coincided with it. Obviously, I don't know. Seems a bit like Bob average, but if you were to like listen to what's going on with regards to this season to make it a little bit different, you'll understand it all. So obviously the movie The Poltergeist, huge cult classic film in the horror space, absolutely huge, enormous. Everyone's probably seen the Poltergeist movie. It's one of those ones where it's like up there with The Conjuring House and Insidious in like the best horror films ever made. And it's been confirmed that, Zach Baggins and his crew and Ghost Adventures will be going to investigate for the first time ever behind closed doors in the Poltergeist house. No doubt they'll walk away with some insane shenanigans and all the rest of it. But this trailer did drop over on, Zach Baggins' socials and over on the Ghost Adventures socials as well to kind of promote the upcoming season, of course, with the Poltergeist house.
Hauntings, ghosts, spirits, real-life witches.
Nobody else has ever investigated this before.
Our biggest, most historic seance to date.
Harry Houdini.
We're going to use your energy, a blood relative.
I think this is getting dangerous.
I'll sacrifice myself.
Get your hands off that!
I don't mean to laugh, right? It's obviously like high budget, but my lord, you can already tell that Zach Baggins is literally going to be running down a corridor being possessed by someone in the Poltergeist house, right? It's just that moment in the trailer where like Aaron, I think it is, chasing after Zach going, "No, Zach, no!" It's given like that Hermione scene from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone when he's like, he's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't! It's definitely given that scene.
Your energy, a blood relative.
I think this is getting dangerous.
I'll sacrifice myself.
Sacrifice myself.
Get your hands off that!
I don't know why I find that so funny. I don't know. At this point, it's just cringe, Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Ghost Adventures. I think I've made my, stances on Ghost Adventures and Zach Baggins pretty clear. But at the same time, I wish it all the success, right? But I just think it's going to be one of those cringe things where it's like, oh, Zach's going to get possessed again. He's going to sacrifice himself for the greater good. And, I don't know. Also, there's also like rumours that we'll talk about towards the end where that we'll get into in just a moment. But this has dropped all over the place, of course. TV Insider jumps on all of this stuff. So Ghost Adventures team investigates Poltergeist movie house in chilling season 29 teaser. Fans awaiting the new Ghost Adventures don't have to wait much longer. TV Insider can exclusively reveal that the hit Discovery Channel series returns April 16th for season 29. Zach Baggins, Aaron Goodwin, Billy Tolley and Jay Wosley are all back venturing in the paranormal world, with the premiere episode taking them to the iconic Poltergeist house in Simi Valley, California. They are the first ones to conduct a paranormal investigation inside the actual house where the horror movie was filmed to explore whether the property itself is cursed. The supernatural 1982 movie from Steven Spielberg was a box office smash hit and turned here into 2 words that sent chills down your spine. The SoCal property in Simi Valley was listed for the first time in 45 years in 2024, and the teaser below shared an exclusively first with Insider gives viewers a look at the jaw-dropping footage captured in what's to come. So we'll definitely take a little look at that. But Zach Baggins has, of course, been talking to TMZ because TMZ absolutely friggin' love Ghost Adventures and loves Zach Baggins, right? He just sells his soul to TMZ more than he sells it to the ghosts and demons for Ghost Adventures. But Baggins told TMZ that the new owner hopes to turn the property into a movie-themed Airbnb. Of course they do. Experienced 2 dizzy spells. Oh, I remember this. I remember covering this the first time around and being like, oh, someone... Like, basically, the homeowner bought the property, went full-blown Conjuring House, and was like, I can make a shit ton of money from this. And they apparently had 2 dizzy spells and had to sit down on a step. Therefore, they were like, yes, this place is absolutely haunted. Get Zach Baggins and the Ghost Adventures crew in. And to me, this still screams that Ghost Adventures is basically going in there as a promotional stunt for the Airbnb owner to basically ramp up some excitement. If Ghost Adventures go in and say, yes, this is categorically a haunted location, right? If they say that, then obviously, you know, people are going to be like, oh, we're going to go to that Airbnb because Zach went there and, you know, he experienced paranormal activity, so therefore I can. It's the exact same as what the Conjuring House did, you know, with Jacqueline Nunez. She obviously did that. It's going to become the new Conjuring House for sure, and Ghost Adventures just playing right into it. Obviously, it's a double-edged sword for everyone. Everyone walks away a winner. Ghost Adventures get a great episode because they go into this location that no one else has ever gone to. The Airbnb owner wins because she's going to get eyeballs from a massive audience, free eyeballs on that location. She's going to get then a shit ton of bookings off the back of it if she hasn't already. But also, obviously, there's been the whole Aaron Goodwin situation. There's a few updates to that. I'll make a video on that another time. But could this rub people up the wrong way? So, for example, we all know Zach Baggins loves to be the centre of attention. He is Mr. Discovery Channel, Mr. Ghost Adventures, right? He is that guy. Unless he doesn't want to, then he just sits in a control room somewhere and tells other people what to do. But he's still that guy, pal. And then... you know, if you type in Ghost Adventures to Google at the moment, all you get is Aaron Goodwin stuff. Because obviously his wife tried to hire a hitman on him. Fucked up stuff. Is that going to, you know, cause issues for Ghost Adventures? Is that going to cause issues for Zach Baggins? Because obviously, you know, his show at the moment is, if you type in Ghost Adventures to Google, let me just pull this shit up right now. Obviously, oh no, that's a GIF. That's because I was looking for GIFs for my shorts. And then you go over to the news section, it's just all Aaron Goodwin stuff. All Aaron Goodwin. So that kind of overshadows completely the show right now. Which, you know, understandably, the guy had a hitman hired on him by his wife. Now, soon to be ex-wife, as they've unsurprisingly filed for divorce. There's a whole video about the whole Aaron Goodwin thing on the channel if you want to go and check that out. But it's bonkers. It is bonkers. The whole thing is bonkers. I do think that, obviously, this is just a ploy to make a Ghost Adventures, you know, Conjuring House Mark II. There's a lot of money to be made. Fair play to the Airbnb owner, but her alibi of, I got a headache, 2 dizzy spells, and sat down on a step when I never have to do that is... It was just cringe. I don't know. I think this is going to be, again, another cringe fest, but that's just me. I don't really like Ghost Adventures at the best of times. But what do you guys think? Are you going to be watching season 29 of Ghost Adventures? Or are you going to give this one a miss? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. And for the last little bit of drama that we've got from the paranormal community, it comes from another paranormal debunker in the Side-Eye Guy, who has basically called out a paranormal YouTube channel, reconciled with that paranormal YouTube channel, but then another paranormal YouTube channel got involved with the paranormal YouTube channels having drama, and then the entire situation spiraled from there. It seems that even when ghost hunters and paranormal debunkers try to avoid controversy, they find themselves in the midst of it. And that is exactly what's happened with the Side-Eye Guy, who created a video attempting to not get involved with all of the drama, because obviously there's been a lot of drama over the past few days, especially with regards to Proving Demons and Beardo. And he was trying to make a video just in his normal style without creating controversy or drama. And accidentally created controversy and drama. And it's been picked up by everyone's favourite Bad to the Bone Paranormal, who's then thrown their 2 pence in and then deleted their video, and it's a whole shambles. So we're going to talk about the entire situation right this bloody second. So, This all started because the side-eye guy created a video. 2 fake psychics accidentally exposed the bigger frauds, Mackie and Amanda. This one broke me. And within the video, there were some very, very interesting points that were made. So I'm going to talk to you about the whole point of this video, which kind of sparked this accidental controversy and drama, and then kind of the fallout off the back of it, because there's been a hell of a lot that's gone on, all in the space of about 48 hours. So the purpose of the video was basically the side-eye guy reacting to psychic medium reaction channel that critiques ghost hunting videos. They focus on a Mackie and Amanda video, who of course are very well known in the paranormal world. And the idea of the video is basically it was a response to the audience requesting more Mackie and Amanda reactions, which the side-eye guy was reluctant to do. So he did it in this kind of clever little way to kind of talk about Mackie and Amanda, but also talk about someone else. And then in the, basically these people ended up in the firing line. So the initial thoughts from the side-eye guy were that the Meta Psychics channel and its successor, Those Meddling Mediums, focus on analysing ghost hunting content. The side-eye guy sees these channels as, quote, bullshitting their way through reactions and collaborating with the people they claim to analyse. They critique the presentation style of Those Meddling Mediums, describing it as boring and lacking energy. So kind of straight out the gate there. Obviously, it's that was always going to get people's heckles up straight from the get-go. Moving forwards, though, Side-Eye Guy questions why Amanda's house is coincidentally haunted right after previously claiming that Mackie's house was haunted. Oh, sorry, Amanda's house was, and then Mackie's. Then calls out the cliche of referencing Native American burial grounds as an explanation for the hauntings, criticizes the lack of logical consistency in the psychic medium's claims. For example, why do some mediums see spirits that others don't? And then mocks the overuse of vague and contradictory statements such as, this spirit looks like a man, but it isn't a man. And then there's, to a degree, mockery of psychic mediums' techniques. So the side-eye guy finds their descriptions of spirits vague and non-committal, like claiming, for example, I don't know if he lived here, but maybe he did. Highlights their tendencies to agree with others without evidence. Yeah, I see that too. And then suggesting they are undermining Amanda, who also claims to be a psychic medium, by seeing things she doesn't. Then there's a criticism of paranormal investigation methods, so dismisses the use of common ghost hunting tools like flashlight communication, mocks their dramatic reactions to mundane events, for example, a ball rolling due to an uneven table, and then finds it ridiculous that they claim hauntings are linked to who lives in the house rather than the location itself. And then there was an overall kind of frustration with the content, so the side-eye guy finds the video to be tedious, with drawn-out discussions that lack any form of substance, and expresses exasperation at the audience members who keep requesting more Mackie and Amanda videos, and then declares that they will only cover one Mackie and Amanda reaction per year for Halloween due to mental exhaustion from watching those people. So that was the video to begin with. It was a typical side-eye guy kind of reaction video, I guess we could call it. Sarcastic, to the point, down the middle, not down the middle at all, and, incredibly sarcastic. And it spawned into a live stream from Those Meddling Mediums, where one of the meddling mediums basically does a live stream talking about what happened with the side-eye guy's stream. So, for example, this stream was about the recent video from the side-eye guy and talk about some of the things that we've been asked to speak about for the last year or so. Since the stream, we had a super great talk with Seg and have gained a lot of respect and appreciation for him as a human and creator. So obviously it seems like, everything's fine and dandy. And then there's another video off the back of this from the side-eye guy, which states, debunker community, we need to talk, where basically side-eye guy goes through the live stream that I just mentioned there, and then basically states that there are some good talking points, right, that they've had, and they go through everything and it's all good. Everything seems hunky-dory, happy and dandy. And then before you know it, all the drama seems to be quashed, and then there's no drama. But then other people tend to get involved, stick their brown noses in it, and basically states that they're going to be making videos. So there was a premiere lined up from Bad to the Bone Paranormal. Angelina, you may know her. We've had some run-ins with her on this channel. Jason Hawes has had some run-ins with him, with her and stuff like this. she made a premiere video. Now, the video is no longer accessible right this second on Bad to the Bones YouTube channel, but there was this was the thumbnail. I found it here, so it was on the post. But what the side-eye guy missed, or was he manipulated? And then obviously it's the side-eye guy looking like the three amigos. And then there was a post from Bad to the Bone. Now, the thing from Bad to the Bone Paranormal, right, was apparently brought forward by a day to coincide with the video from Side-Eye Guy going out. So the Side-Eye Guy made a community post right here that states, let me pull it up. There was a lot going around on my end amongst all of the Bad to the Bone. Decided to move her video slamming me forward to the same day, almost directly after I uploaded my video where I do my best to not create more drama. Class act, Angelina. Honestly, I have no interest in giving Angelina the attention she's craving. I ended up watching Florio? Response to her most recent live stream. Link below. Skip to around 1 hour 34. Please subscribe, all the rest of it. Florio tore apart Angelina's argument here, so thank you for that, because I really didn't want to. First off, I already cleared things up about Rob's involvement in Ghost Hunts USA in the description on my video. I would argue it's a pretty minor detail in the grand scheme of things, but I still corrected this mistake. I also take back what I said about Michael Castro for calling him a convicted murderer. You were never convicted, and I misspoke. I do believe that you are a murderer, and you got away with it from a technicality. To make this clear, this is just my opinion. But I will make the clear things up. That you were never convicted. I mean, in my video, I showed that you were walking out of a courthouse. In a clip, I found you smirked after being asked about the murder victim, another class act. So obviously, you were not convicted since you were shown walking away a free man. I'm not saying this because I'm worried you'll take legal action. I'm saying this because I said the wrong thing, and I take accountability when I get things wrong, unlike some. Since I am able to correct what I got wrong, I wonder if Angelina can do the same for her spread of damaging misinformation. See the link below. Or if Rob from this channel here can do the same for the threats he made against Kristen and her dog. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not addressing this any further. None of these people mean anything to me unless you make amends for your past behaviour. I've got no interest in giving you the further attention. Sorry, everyone else, if this is considered drama, but it had to be said, and I got no interest in pulling the effort of a video for this nonsense. And then this is the live stream right here from Florio, right? Now, obviously, it comes in tangent with the Medium video that just came out, and it's like it's all kind of intertwined to a degree. But Angelina from Bad to the Bone Paranormal then made some posts over on her YouTube channel, so I have a long post up here because I felt like I shouldn't have to explain myself, but then I realised I don't need to explain myself because I didn't do anything wrong, but share the facts that I got that were different from what the Side-Eye Guy got. And for the lady who wants to make a video talking about me, you need to get your facts straight. I didn't talk to Rob for an hour, I talked to Robert for 3 hours. And for everyone who thinks I did not reach out to the Side-Eye Guy prior to my video, that's a false claim because I did reach out to him. And as far as that guy, Chris, is concerned, which I don't know who he is. Here's the full context of the text, and he knew I was talking about contacting him to get his side of the story. So threaten him, I did not. Other than that, this is all I have to say on this topic. Moving on from here, I am also I'm not on YouTube to make money. Trust, I don't need that, and I don't aspire to be famous. Dig deep, done that, been there. Right. So we stumbled our way through that text paragraph there, but then there was a message to the Side-Eye Guy, apparently clearing things up, talking about the entire Kristen situation and all the rest of it. And then the Side-Eye Guy apparently responded, you do whatever video you got to do, Angelina. I'll see what you come out with. It's been pretty convincing for me that Rob isn't a bad guy. I've had overwhelming amount of DMs telling me horror stories about the guy, but you take the direction of your video however you wish. I honestly don't want to talk about Rob publicly anymore. I've made 2 videos about him and I'm done. Whew! And then the video then got taken down, right? And the video got taken down. I'm not 100% sure why, but my last video is private and will go public again after I go live tomorrow to speak about it, and there will be no apologies. So I don't actually fully understand the crux of the entire situation. The comment sections have been turned off on Bad to the Bones posts, which is very interesting indeed, because obviously if you're gonna make a video or make some claims against someone, you need to hold your comment section open for the debate, because you need to allow the other person an opportunity to speak if they feel like they've been wrong done. But then again, this is not Angelina's forte exactly. She's not the greatest when it comes to the proper information. I mean, it's a very old topic from the Side-Eye guys, so it's interesting that Angelina's drudged this back up, to try and shake out some pennies from it. I don't know, but like I say, this is just a week's worth of drama from the paranormal side of YouTube. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Way down there, jump scare the hell out of the like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.